So my last video, I talked about 2 books that I was currently reading, and I finished both books. So I'm going to talk about both of them, because one of them completely just, it went left, and it went so far left that the car like crashed, rolled, and then, yeah, that's how far left it went. So the first book I'm going to talk about is My Brother's Husband. So if you watched the last video, you heard me talk about how this book was about this guy named Mike coming to Japan to meet his late husband's, family, who not necessarily were okay with him being gay, but they weren't necessarily like outright angry about it. Anyway, so this book was not what I expected it to be. It was a lot, like I expected a lot of like tension and awkwardness and anger, but it wasn't. It was very sweet and like humbling and very like, just like none of the characters except for Mike were what I expected them to be. Yachi, that's what we're calling him because I can't pronounce his name. I expected him to be like stereotypical like man's man, like business type dude. He wasn't. He was a really good dad. He was a stay-at-home dad. He just hung out at the house with his daughter and was just like, was that dad that was like I'm a cool dad. You know, Mean Girls type dad.
Yeah, I do.
And then Kana was, I expected her to be really outgoing, and she was, but she totally embodied just like the innocence of a child. She was very curious and she wanted to know, but she was also like, oh, like, I can't be sad about my parents and be outright sad about it. I have to hide that and be like happy and all this stuff. Yeah. Turns out his wife and him were just divorced. I totally thought I was like, she died. I was like, that'd be dead. She wasn't dead. I don't know. They didn't really go into depth about like his relationship with his wife. But yeah. But Mike was totally what I expected him. He was a big, huge teddy bear of a man. He was like a mountain of a man. He was huge and like just a bear. And like, he was very sweet and just like kind. He was kind of like, I don't want to say stereotypical Canadian, but he was a stereotypical Canadian who was very friendly and just like nice.
You're weird.
Yeah, but I ended up giving this 3 out of 5 stars because I thought it was like a good introduction to like this series. But yeah, it was just sweet and cute and just like warm feelings. But it wasn't like, oh my god, I love this book so much. You know? Yeah. The next book. Ladies and gentlemen of the jury, is Burned by Ellen Hopkins. This book went left, and it went so far left that I got whiplash. I told you before in the last video that Ellen Hopkins has a way of making sure that you never expect the ending. I didn't expect this ending. I didn't want this ending. I didn't need this ending in my life. But it's here, and now I'm making this video because I'm not okay. So like I said in the last video, this... Yeah.
You dropped something there, Sully.
That water bottle shook too. So like I said in the last video, this follows Patty, who is being raised as a member of the Church of the Latter-day Saints. Which is... So, she has a kind of a crisis of faith. She's starting to notice boys, and she's starting to like realize that the people in her church aren't necessarily people that she wants to associate with. Her father beats up her mother, and it seems like a lot of the people in her community know about it, and nobody's doing anything to stop him. And when Patty outright says, like, is this okay, they tell her that it's her father's place to set his wife straight. Not okay. Never okay. So she has a crisis of faith. She starts noticing boys. She ends up getting caught by her dad with one of these boys, and he ends up, sending her away to her Aunt Jay's. More about Aunt Jay later, because she was... Okay. So, they send her out to her Aunt Jay's, Which really is kind of cool because her Aunt Jay lives in Ely, Nevada, which, if anybody's ever been to Ely, Nevada, I have. It's like out in the middle of nowhere. It's just like fields and ranches, and that's where she ends up going. When she's there, she ends up meeting this older guy named Ethan, and they end up falling in love. And yeah, they end up falling in love, and they spend the summer together. When unfortunately, Patty has to come home to help her mom take care of her new sibling. Finally, the family has a boy. And things with her dad and like her home situation has just gotten way worse. He's turned from just beating their mom to now beating her sisters. And so Ethan is like scared for her and she's scared to go home. So then breaking news happens. And Patty figures out, spoiler alert, if you never read this book, skip to where I'm no longer holding this book right now. So she ends up finding out that she's pregnant, and she's so scared that her parents are going to basically kill her that she calls Ethan. And he drives like 200 miles to come pick her up. And he picks her up. And what her dad does, like, her dad is a true definition of a coward and a true definition of, like, what a monster is. So before we even talk about the ending, let's just talk about some characters in this thing. Patty is a boss. Her Aunt Jay is a boss. And there's a lot of similarities between Aunt Jay and Patty. They've both been hurt in horrendous ways by Patty's dad. He basically makes it so both his own sister and his own daughter never get to like fully experience their like one great love of their life. And just like basically threatening their like lives and the lives of the ones. Like, how are you going to threaten your sister? And how are you going to threaten your own daughter like that? Don't understand. He's then, you know, Aunt Jay also had a crisis of faith, and she ended up leaving the church. She ended up figuring out her own kind of like, you know, I don't need this specific church to define my relationship with like my higher power. And Patty goes through that. They both kind of just necessarily like find real love once they've lost what they assume with each other. They kind of teach each other like, this is what love is, this is what it's supposed to be, and this is how we can be. We can be happy and we can love. Patty's dad, just like, he just drinks and he beats on people who are weaker than him, and he's just like, he's not even like, I can't even say that he's a man or like human, because the things that he does are just like terrible. Like the things he's done you would never do to another human being if you were human. Then, you know, Aunt Jay, she's just a symbol of like what people need to be. She's just like full of love. She just wants to give love, and she just wants people to know that they're worthy and know their worth. We already talked about Ethan. Oh my gosh, is what like everybody needs an Ethan in their life, right? He's just pure. He's hardworking. He's somebody that just, he's there no matter what. Maybe he doesn't know like how to fix things, but he's gonna hold your hand and help you fix things.
Okay, good.
Don't start crying. It's okay.
I'm not crying. My throat was just messed up.
I wanted to cry too, Holmes. It's okay.
No.
So yeah, like those characters, it was just a whirlwind. And by the time I got to the ending, literally Ellen Hopkins had me believing that I was gonna come make a video and be like, I lied. Ellen Hopkins does not make these endings where, you know, your soul is crushed and you're just like, no. Last few, because she writes it in basically like poetic form, the last few like verses I was like, this is it. This is it. I'm gonna get my happy ending. I'm gonna get it. And then she just went left and literally had a car accident. And she ended up taking everything, basically, from this main character that she held and she loved. This girl just wanted to be free. She just wanted to have love. And Ellen Hopkins and Patty's father could not let her have that. And just, oh, it's not okay. The ending was satisfactory. I was like, yes, girl, I'm with you. Let's start a mob. Let's punish all those who deserve to be punished. But like, no, I didn't need that in my life. I would have been happy if she ended up with Ethan and they moved out into the middle of nowhere. But no, that's not what happened. And I'm just, why? I don't deserve this. The world doesn't deserve this. We need a happy ending for this girl. Because she deserves it. Ethan deserves it. And Jay deserved it.
You sound like you're tearing up there, buddy.
Yeah. You know what? I am. Because that was just why. So I ended up giving this 5 out of 5 stars. Because it was beautiful. It spoke to my heart. It spoke to my soul. It revived me. It, like, though it hurt me, it cut me deep. It did it in the most beautiful way ever. And so, yeah. This book, freaking amazing. Once again, if you've never read anything by Ellen Hopkins, go out and read something by Ellen Hopkins. She'll have you shook. She'll have you laughing. She'll have you wanting to hug every character, but she'll also, like, destroy you. You know, sometimes you need that in your life. To love is to destroy, and to be loved is to be the one destroyed. Said a madman created by Cassandra Clare. We don't speak of him, though. Yeah, that's basically all I have today. I'm going to do, I think, sometime this week, maybe next week, have a vlog up for you guys.
A vlog?
Yeah, we're going to do a vlog, Princess.
Like go out into the world vlog?
Yeah, we're going to go out into the world. We might go to Barnes & Nobles, even though I already went to Barnes & Nobles.
You waste...
Hey.
I'm not gonna say waste. I'm not gonna say waste.
Yeah, it's not wasteful.
But you spend a lot of money at Barnes & Noble.
That's why I had the membership, Holmes. Get discounts, 10% off everything. So maybe one day I would have spent like $100. Guess what? I only spent $60. It's fine. Especially when I get paid every week. Always. So, yeah.
No.
Ellen Hopkins, go read her.
This is a pretty cover. I want to get the. Let me get the other cover. Let me see. You can hold that actually. Okay, good.
Okay, so that's it. I waited this long to freaking finish these Rant.
Oh, little teddy bear! It was a little teddy bear.
Yeah. Okay. Cute. This was cute.
It had a little teddy
Warm
bear.
hearting. This one will to love is to destroy. And I was willing to be destroyed.
Broken heart.
So that's all for this vlog. Like I said, we might have a vlog later on sometime. We'll see. I have 2 days off this week on some good days.
I'm sorry.
So keep reading.
Yes.
Keep being awesome. Take care of yourselves. Take care of each other. Don't be a freaking Patty's dad. Yeah, I'm gonna go eat food now because I'm starving. I haven't eaten since I gotten off work, so.
Do I cut it off?
Obviously.